Hey everybody, happy Friday. Welcome to the yoga mat with me today. I'm going to guide you through a 50 to 60 minute yoga practice today. Hopefully to guide you through a little movement, get a little mobility in the joints going, and to bring you a little break for your mind and your thoughts. Today I want you to focus on being authentic. I want you to really apply that to your practice today, which means if I'm doing something or instructing you in a way and it doesn't feel right for your body, then hold back and pull back a little bit. Listen to what feels good and stay there. Okay? I don't want you to hurt yourself. I don't want you to push yourself. I don't want you to compare yourself. This is a safe space that I'm providing for you to do yoga with me, to really enjoy it. Don't struggle with feeling stuck or feeling not as good. I really just want you to do it so it's beneficial for you, and maybe to get a little movement in your day, and most importantly to give your mind a little break. Right? That's the most important part of my yoga practice for me, is that it gives me a break from my thoughts and my kind of chaotic emotions in my mind, or the stories that play out. So that can be very empowering, and I hope that you can find that in your practice with me today. So let's get started laying down on our mats. Lay on your back. Find a comfortable position for you. Shut down your eyes. Maybe do a body scan from your toes all the way to the crown of your head, and just pay attention to any areas that might feel sore, any areas that might feel a little tight. We tend to feel a little stiff when we first lay down on our mats. And then as practice goes on, we notice that we become a little bit more relaxed, muscles start to get loose. And let's take a nice deep breath in through our nose. Exhale it out. Feeling your shoulders and your back sink into your mat with every exhale that you're taking. Inhale, exhale it out. Another nice deep breath in. Exhale it out. If it's authentic for you today to stay here laying down on your mats and just keep your eyes shut down, then do that. If it's more authentic for you to stop in the middle of practice and come down to child's pose and just take a few breaths, then please do that. And let's start to wake up our fingers and our toes a little bit. Maybe wiggle them out. And let's drop our head side to side. Good. When you're ready, arms are going to go all the way overhead. Zip the legs together. Hug the ears with your arms. And let's take a nice tight body stretch, full body stretch. So point the toes, tighten the legs, tighten the quads, tighten the butt muscles underneath you. It might make you raise up a little bit. Tighten the arms, hug, squeeze the head with your arms. Take an inhale. Exhale it out. Relax it all down. Good. Walk the feet into the center of the mat. Arms can stay at a cactus or a T, and let's just let our knees fall towards the left. And then raise them back up to center. Knees fall towards the right. Taking a little easy twist here to start. And then raise them back up. Let's hug the knees into our chest. Maybe a little gentle hug at first. Maybe raising your head and shoulders off the mat. Possibly wrapping your arms around your shins if that feels good for you. So listen to your back, right? Listen to your thighs, your hips. Perfectly fine to stay out here. Taking some rock side to side. And perfectly fine to take the option of raising yourself up and making a smaller ball. Good. If your head and shoulders are up, release them down. Hug the right leg in towards your chest. And then on an inhale, raise the left leg all the way up to the sky. Maybe taking some ankle rolls here in one direction and then the other. Good. Let's plant that right leg down so foot just comes to the center of the mat. Let's cross that left foot over our right knee, making sure that your left foot stays flexed so you don't hurt your knee. And then use that left hand to push your left knee open towards the front of the room. Trying to keep your hips square, so don't let them flare out. Try to keep them square and then open up that left hip. Good. Arms come to a T or a cactus, and we're going to let that left foot fall all the way towards the right. Trying to keep that left knee open and up towards the wall. Maybe gaze comes over your left shoulder. And don't hold your breath here. Breathe with the twist. So nice big inhales and exhales. Good. Gaze comes back first. Use your core to raise your knees up. Let's send that left leg all the way up to the sky again. Stretch it up. And then left foot's going to drop to meet the right. Good. Let's take another hug in with the knees. Maybe this time it's feeling a little bit more loose, right? Good. If your head and shoulders are up, relax them down. Hug the left knee into the chest. And let's inhale that right leg all the way up to the sky. On the exhale, find those ankle circles. Good. In one direction and then the other. And when you're ready, left foot's going to plant in the center of your mat. We're going to cross that right leg over the left knee, flexing at the right foot, and then push with your right hand that right knee towards the front of the room. Again, squaring off your hips, making sure they're in a straight line. Good. Arms fall to a cactus or a T. Keeping that right foot flexed, we're just going to let the right foot fall over towards the left. Right knee stays up and pushed out towards the front wall, and maybe gaze comes over your right shoulder. Focusing on those nice deep breaths here, right? Not tensing up, not holding our breath. Gaze comes back first, and then using your core, raise yourself up. Inhale that right leg all the way up to the sky, stretch through the heel, push it up, and then right foot's going to come down to meet the left. One more big hug in. Maybe this time see if you can grab the outsides of your feet, the bottom of your feet, or maybe you're staying here at your shins. But try to make yourself into a smaller ball this time. Good. Hands come underneath your thighs. Let's take a few rocks back and forth from the front to the back of your mat, maybe massaging out our spine a little bit. As many as you like, and then when you're ready, come up to a seated position. Feet are just going to plant at the top of your mat. You can spread them apart, about hips distance apart. Sitting up nice and tall, chest up, take an inhale. Exhale, just walk your hands in between your feet, kind of settling your shoulders in between your knees, really stretching into the hips. Gazing to the front of the room or to your toes. leading with your chin. Try to keep your back flat. And then gently raise yourself up. You can walk your feet in a little bit towards each other. Sit up nice and high on your sit bones. And we're going to inhale the arms all the way up to the sky. On an exhale, take an easy twist here. So left hand comes to right knee. Right hand's going to come behind you. Making sure that you're not rounding in the spine. Sit up nice and tall. Good. Let's see if we can raise that right hand towards the back of the room. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Good. Let's gaze towards that hand. Turn the palm up like you're holding a cup. And let's follow our hand all the way to our left knee. So raise it up, looking at it. Untwisting yourself. Left hand comes to left knee. And let's take an inhale to a cow back. So puff up the chest, gaze up. Exhale, lean back a little bit, round the spine, tuck the belly, tuck the chin, open up the shoulder blades. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat back. Inhale to cow. And last one, exhale. Good. Release the hands. Plant the hands behind you. Fingertips towards your sit bones. You can walk your feet hips distance apart. Let's take an inhale, sit up nice and tall. On an exhale, we're going to reverse tabletop. So push those hips up to the sky. Maybe gaze up or drop the gaze to the back of the room. Nice and strong in the shoulders. And then gently lower your sit bones back down and come back up to the seated position. Good, let's take an inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, walk the hands towards the top of your mat in between your feet, settling your shoulders in between your knees, taking that stretch in the hips. Relaxing your gaze, maybe on your fingertips or your toes. And then gently raising yourself up. Good. Take an inhale, sit up nice and tall. Raise the arms all the way up to the sky. And on the exhale, let's take that easy twist towards the left. So right hand comes to left knee, left hand comes behind you, sitting up nice and tall, and then twisting towards the left. Maybe gazing over that left shoulder. Good. If it felt good on the other side, let's see if we can raise that left hand towards the back of the room. Flip the palm up like you're holding a cup. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, stretch. Exhale, follow that hand all the way to your right knee. So raise the hand up, gaze up. And then left hand, right knee. Take an inhale, cow back. Open the chest, heart towards the front of the room, gaze up. Exhale, lean back a little, round the spine, open the shoulder blades. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat back. And then come back up nice and high on your sit bones. Hands are going to plant behind you. Same thing as before. The fingertips are towards the sit bones. Take an inhale. Get nice and strong first in your shoulders. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, push the hips up. Maybe gaze towards the sky or gaze towards the back of the room, whatever feels good. Good. Take another inhale, raise them up a little bit higher. And then exhale, release it down. Come to a comfortable seated position. How are the shoulders feeling? Good. If you have any stiffness or soreness in your shoulders, you can take a few shoulder rolls, maybe towards the front of the room, and then towards the back. If the neck feels tight, you can drop your head from side to side. Just stay away from head rolls. So we don't want to roll it in a circle. Good. When you feel ready and relaxed, let's roll over into our tabletop pose. So hands plant underneath your shoulders. Keep the fingers spread apart and tented. Knees are underneath your hips, about hip distance apart. And let's take a few cat-cows here. So let's inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, push the ground away, tuck the belly, tuck the chin. Inhale the cow. Exhale. Good. Take a few on your own. Or maybe you need some movement in your hips today. So by all means, focus on that. Remember, we're authentic and we're doing what feels good for us today. I'm just giving you options. So you just listen to your body and do what feels good, what you might need. Good. Let's get nice and strong in our shoulders. Gaze towards the front of the room. Let's inhale that left leg all the way back. Good. Pushing through that heel nice and strong. Exhale, drop it over to the right. Maybe look at it. Inhale it straight back. On the exhale, dramatically sweep the knee around to the left elbow. And then inhale it back. Good. Exhale, drop it over to the right. Inhale it back. Exhale, dramatically sweep it around to the left elbow and back. One last one. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, drop it over, gaze at it. Inhale it back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale it back. And then exhale, left knee is going to meet the right. Maybe let's shake out the hips a little. Good. Come nice and strong into your tabletop. Support the weight in your fingers, not just your wrists. Let's gaze towards the front of the room. Let's inhale that right leg all the way back, stretching through the right heel. Exhale it over to the left. Drop it down. When you drop it down, gaze at it. Inhale it straight back. Exhale, right knee is going to sweep to right elbow. And then back. Good, big inhale. Exhale, drop it over to the left. Look at it. Inhale it straight back. Exhale, sweep it to the elbow. Inhale it back. Last one, drop it over to the left. Big inhale, straighten it to the back of the room, push through the right heel. Exhale, make it a big one. Right knee, right elbow. And then inhale all the way back. Good, exhale, right knee is going to come to the mat. And let's shake out the hips again. Good. Let's tuck the toes. Let's hover the knees off the mat and bring them down. Hover the knees and set them down. Last one, hover the knees, set them down. This time keeping the hips raised. Bend the elbows, tuck them in towards your ribs. Bring your chest and chin to hover. And then slide forward. Raising your chest up off the mat. Maybe taking an unsupported cobra. And exhale your third eye to the mat. Raise yourself up on the inhale. Unsupported cobra. And exhale your third eye to the mat. Good. Let's stretch out that left arm towards the left wall. Left cheek is going to come to the mat. Use your right hand to help you. We're going to roll over towards our left, bringing that right leg behind us. Feeling this little shoulder stretch. Keep breathing. Good. Bring the leg back first. Roll over into your right. Right arm's going to come out to a T towards the right side of the room. Right cheek to the mat. Take a breath. Using your left hand for leverage. Roll over towards your right, bringing that left leg behind you. Stretching out that right shoulder. Good. Left leg comes back first. Hands are going to plant underneath your shoulders. Maybe try to push yourself up into your high plank pose. So fingers are separated. Put some of the weight into your fingertips. Shoulders are nice and strong, and you're on your tippy toes. Let's find our first down dog of the practice. So bring a big bend in the knees. And it might feel tight at first, so don't worry about your heels hitting the mat. Right? Let's walk it out, pedal it out. Good. Let's roll into our high plank again to check our alignment. This is where you adjust your hands, whatever feels right. And then big bend in the knees. Send those hips back and up again. Good. Taking a few breaths here. Chest towards your thighs, armpits towards your thighs. Good, let's bring that left foot behind our right heel. Come up high on your tippy toes, and then put that right heel down on the mat, stretching out that right Achilles. Maybe walking your hands in a little bit more. And then left foot's going to meet the right. Let's go to the other side. Right toes are going to come behind the left heel. Raise up high on those left tippy toes. And then set the left heel down, feeling that stretch in the left Achilles. Bringing your chest towards your thighs. Good. Right foot's going to meet the left. Big bend in the knees. Come onto your tiptoes. Gaze between your hands, hop, step, or walk your way up, whatever feels right. Once you arrive, inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Create a little space, exhale, fold. Inhale the arms all the way up, gaze up. Exhale, hands through heart space, Tadasana mountain pose. And take a second here. Let's do another body scan, right? Let's see how we're feeling. Let me adjust my bun. Good. Nice and strong, gripping the yoga mat with your toes. Quads engaged, belly tucked, tailbone tucked. Arms nice and strong, and roll open the chest, shoulders away from your ears. Maybe shut down your eyes, take an inhale. Exhale it out. Feeling nice and strong. Good, let's inhale, arms all the way up. On the exhale, arms come out to your sides, swan dive, leading with the chest, hinging at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, create some space for yourself. Exhale, fold. Good, gaze to your toes, plant your fingers. We're going to send that left leg all the way to the back of the mat. Once you're there, let's set that left knee down, untuck the left toes, and stretch into that right hip, maybe gazing at the front of the room. Good, making sure our right knee doesn't go past our toes. Maybe opening up that chest. Good. Raise yourself up. Good. Good, let's turn towards the left wall, taking a little easy twist here. If it feels good to bring your left hand to your left thigh, that's a nice twist. If you want to take an added option, you can raise that left foot, grabbing it with your left hand. Staying here, feeling that stretch in the front of your quad. Or if you want to lean into that right hip, just be careful because that really stretches out the front of that left leg. So go easy. If you have a knee issue, maybe don't do this one, or put a blanket or a pad under the knee. Good, really twisting open towards the left. And then without flinging it, relax the knee down. Frame out the right foot. Tuck the left toes, raise the left knee. And let's shift up. Bump up that left foot to meet the right. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Raise, root to rise. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart space. Tadasana, mountain pose. Good, staying authentic to yourself, feeling the differences in the size of your body already. Listen to your body. Let's inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, swan dive down, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Give yourself some space. Exhale, fold. Good, fingertips are gonna plant, big bend in the knees. Let's send that right foot all the way back to the mat. Releasing the right knee down, untucking the right toes, and maybe sinking into that left hip. Gazing towards the front of the room. Maybe coming up onto your fingertips and really opening up that chest. Good. Raise yourself up nice and gently. And we're going to take that twist to the right. So you can leave your left hand on your left thigh if you want. Twisting open towards the right side of the room. Right hand can come to your right thigh for that added leverage. Or if you try it on the other side and you want to try here, that right foot will raise. And you're going to grab that right foot with your right hand, twisting open towards the right. Feeling that stretch in the front of your right quad. And if you want to take it a little further, go gently, sink into that left hip, but it really stretches this quad out, so be careful. Good, release the foot. Frame out the left foot. Come high up on your right toes, raise the right knee up. Let's shift up. Bounce that right foot all the way up to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Gently rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Last thing to lift is the crown of the head. Maybe shake out your hips a little bit, right? That was a lot of work in our hip flexors. Good. Let's inhale the arms up. Take some prayer hands. Gaze towards the front of the room, and then let's drop the prayer hands to the back of in between our shoulder blades. Trying to keep your elbows tucked in towards your head. Standing nice and strong, tucking the belly, tucking the tailbone. Let's lean to the right. And come up. Inhale. Exhale it to the left. And come back up. Prayer hands are raised back up to the sky in the inhale. Exhale, hands through heart space. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale the arms all the way up. Swan dive down, nice and controlled. Good, inhale, engage the hamstrings, create some space. Exhale, forward fold. Gaze to the top of your mat. Fingertips can plant for a second if you want to heel toe your feet towards each other. We're going to come to chair pose. So we're going to sink our seat first. Hands can come to heart space. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the belly. Option 2, stay here, or hands can raise up. Whatever feels good if that's too much on your shoulders. And then take a forward fold. Good. Plant the fingertips. Let's big bend in the knees. Inhale that left leg all the way to the back of the room for your modified warrior 3. Maybe coming onto your fingertips or blocks. Or if you want to try it unsupported, hands come to heart space, creating one line from the top of the crown of your head to the heel of your left leg. Good. If you're up, plant your fingers first. We're going to drop that left foot towards the center of the mat. Walk your fingertips back. Square off your hips to the front of the mat. Let's take an inhale, halfway lift. And then fold into your pyramid pose. Blocks are great here also, or you can stay resting on your right leg. Good. Bring a big bend in both knees. Use your fingertips for support. We're going to inhale that left knee in towards our nose. And then exhale it all the way to the back of the mat. Stay on your toes for a second. Take an inhale. On an exhale, we're going to come into our warrior 2. So we're going to spin that left foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Once you feel grounded, raise up your upper body, cartwheel open the arms. Good, checking your alignment for a second, right? Making sure that right knee isn't collapsing in. Tucking the tailbone. Hips are open to the left. Let's take an inhale, straighten everything up. Exhale, hands come out to your sides. Keeping the legs straight, let's send the hips to the back of the room, the upper body towards the front. Pause here. And then let's come into our triangle pose. So that right hand is going to drop on a block or the floor, opening up that chest towards the left, rolling open that left shoulder. If you need a little help with the left shoulder, you can wrap that left arm into your right pocket behind your back into a bind. Good, use your core to raise you up. Arms out at your sides. Take an inhale. On the exhale, let's flip that right hand and find our reverse triangle. So left arm is going to come down the left leg. Right arm comes up and over. Right arm towards the back of the room. And then come back up. Arms out to your sides. Take an inhale. On an exhale, we're going to go extended side angle. So bring a bend into the right knee first. Right hand can come to your right thigh, or right hand can come to the ground. Open the chest up towards the left. Or take that same bind if that feels good for you. So wrap that left hand around your back into your right pocket. You're in a bind. Left arm goes up to the sky first. Cartwheel that left hand to meet the right. Let's walk our hands towards the left wall. Taking a wide-legged fold here. So hands are just planted underneath your nose. Take an inhale first, create some space. Exhale, let's see if we can put the weight into our feet. Using our core, stay parallel to the ground, but arms come out to a T. Good, hands plant under your nose. Let's walk our weight. Bring a bend into your right knee. Straightening the left leg. Walk over to the left, big bend in the left. Straightening the right. Walk back to center. Let's walk ourselves up to the top of the mat. Heel toeing your right leg to the outer edge of your mat. Planting your hands on the inside of your left foot into lizard pose. And let's take a few rocks back and forth. Right shoulder should be inside the right knee. And if it feels good, drop that left knee down, untuck the toes, sink into that right hip. Maybe staying active, rocking side to side, or opening up that right hip a little bit more by rolling over into your right foot. Maybe drop into your forearms. Staying true to yourself here, right? Keeping your thoughts here in our safe space. Only doing what feels good for you. One more breath. Good. Let's tuck those left toes. Raise the left knee up. Get nice and strong. Heel toe your right foot in towards the center of your mat. Using your hands, plant them at the top. Big, big bend in the left knee, and we're going to hop that left knee up to meet the right. Sink the seat. Find your chair pose. A little deeper. Good. And then find that forward fold. Take an inhale. Create some space. Exhale, fold. Good. Let's go right to the other side. Unless you need to roll up. Do we need to roll up and shake it out a little bit? That was a lot on your legs maybe, right? Good. Take a second. Let's inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, create some space. Exhale, fold. Good. Heel toeing the feet towards each other a little bit, using your fingertips. Let's sink the seat. Find your chair pose. Hands can come to heart space or up in the air, whatever feels good. Sink it a little deeper. And then fold forward. Good. Using your fingertips for support. Big bend in the knees. Let's inhale that right leg all the way to the back of the room, pushing through that right heel. Staying here in your modified warrior 3. Hips square towards the mat. Blocks are really good here. If you want to try unsupported on this side, hands can come to heart space or airplane. And if you fall out of it, you laugh and you come back to it. That's all. You got this. Good. Hands are going to plant if you're up. Inhale that right knee to nose. Exhale it all the way to the back of the mat. Oh, I lied. Inhale it. Let's try it again. Inhale it all the way to your nose. Exhale. Drop that right foot in the center of the mat. Square off your hips. So left hip goes back. Right hip goes forward. Halfway lift, create some space. And then take your pyramid on the left. Using blocks for support here. Good, big bend in the knees. Inhale the right knee to the nose. Exhale it all the way to the back of the mat. Take a second. Good, big inhale. Exhale, spin that right heel down parallel to the back of the mat. Get nice and strong, ground down into your feet, and then raise yourself up, curling open the arms, finding your warrior two on this side. Good, sinking into the left knee. Inhale, straighten everything up. Exhale, arms come down at your sides. Let's take our triangle pose, so hips to the back of the room, arms, chest to the front. And then when you're ready, left hand's gonna drop, right arm comes up, open to the right. Rolling that right shoulder open. If the bind was good here, wrap that right arm around your back into your left pocket. Good, using the core, raise yourself up, arms at your sides. Take an inhale. Exhale, let's reverse that triangle. So flip the left hand, right arm comes down the right leg, left arm up and over. Inhale back up, and let's go to our extended side angle. So exhale down, bending in the left knee. Left hand can come to left thigh, the left arm can come to left thigh, or left arm comes to the floor. Rolling open the chest towards the right, right arm up to the sky. We're taking the bind here like you did in the other one. Really opening up that right shoulder. Good, cartwheel the hand towards the front of the mat. Heel toe your left foot to the outer edge of the mat. Hands plant on the inside of the left foot. And let's take some rocks back and forth. Good, let's set our knee down, untuck the toes. Sinking into that left hip. Good, we're taking our lizard first on this side, and then we'll take our wide-legged fold so we can see a difference. See if we're a lot looser in the hip when we fold than we were the first time on the other side. Good, let's tuck the right toes, raise the right knee up. Heel toe your foot towards the center of the mat. Let's walk ourselves to the right side, opening up to a wide-legged fold towards the right. Fingertips under your nose. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Create some space. Exhale, keeping the weight into your heels. Engaging your core. Let's keep our chest parallel to the floor. And then let's see if we can open up our arms to a T. Good, you got this. Hands plant underneath your nose. Let's walk our hands to the right. Big bend in the right knee. Straighten the left leg. Walk your hands to center. Big bend all the way into your right hip. See, I think it actually feels better when you do the lizard first, right? Feels a little looser. But like I said, stay authentic. Whatever one feels good for you. Good, come back to center. Fingertips underneath your nose. Let's walk our hands all the way to the front of the mat. Big bend in that right foot. We're gonna hop it up. Sink the seat. Good, tuck the belly, tuck the tailbone. Chest nice and tall. Sink it a little bit more. And then take a forward fold. Good, maybe walk the feet apart a little bit. Take an inhale, create some space. Exhale, fold. Maybe heel toeing the feet out a little bit more. Taking this a little wider. Maybe bringing your right hand, your hands underneath your feet. Really elongating in the lower back. If it feels good to have a big bend in your knees here, absolutely. Let your chest rest on your thighs if that feels better for you. Right? Pay attention to your body. We should not all look the same. We are not synchronized swimming. We are doing our version of yoga practice, right? Good. If your hands are underneath your feet, take them out. Plant them in front of you. Let's heel toe the feet towards each other. And then gradually, gently roll up as slow as you can go, one vertebrae at a time. And let's shake out the legs. Good. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands through heart space. Maybe shut down your eyes for a second. Good. Blink open the eyes. Let's inhale that left knee all the way up to our chest if we can. If you need the wall, by all means, grab the wall here. Good. Let's see if we can take a twist in this balance pose. So right hand's going to come to your left knee. Once you feel support or stable, open, twist up, open to the left. Left hand comes behind you. If you're a little shaky, that's good. It means your foot is acting to catch you involuntarily. Beautiful. Bring yourself back to center. Hands come to heart space. Take a breath. Let's see if we can shift without touching the ground into our warrior three. So left hand's going to go back. At the same time, upper body drops. Pushing through that left heel, squaring the hips towards the mat, and engaging the core. Good, hands are going to drop. Let's cross that left leg behind the right. Move your hands over to underneath your nose, and let's take a cross-legged fold. If you need to inhale, create some space. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands up to the top of your mat, uncross the legs, and let's gently roll up. One vertebrae at a time. Last thing to lift is the head. Whew. Let's go to the other side. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands through heart space. Maybe shut down your eyes for a second. Ground yourself. Good. Ground down all the weight into your left. Get light on your right. Let's inhale that right knee up. Option 2, stay here. Or take the twist. Left hand comes to your right knee. Twist your body open towards the right. Right hand comes behind you. See? We're catching ourselves. Good. Unravel yourself back. Hands come to heart space. Another option to stay here or try your warrior three unsupported. So inhale that right leg all the way to the back of the room. Lowering the upper body. Pushing through that right heel, getting nice and strong in that left leg. Keep breathing. Then hands plant. Cross the right leg behind the left. Walk your hands over. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, cross-legged fold. Good, use your hands, walk them to the top of the mat. Uncross the legs. Let's come onto our tiptoes. Bring your sit bones to your knees. Take a big hug maybe. See if you can hug opposite elbows. Rest your chest on your thighs. Open up those shoulder blades. Maybe stretching forward a little bit and opening the legs if that feels better. Right? No right or wrong here, whatever feels good for you. And then wherever you are, rock yourself down to your sit bones. Come to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Sitting nice and tall, sitting higher in your sit bones. Let's plant the right hand. Inhale the left arm up and over. Maybe walking it out a little farther to take that side stretch. And then left hand comes down. Inhale, right arm up and over. Walking out that left hand, maybe taking that side stretch, really pushing your right sit bone into the mat. And then right hand comes down. Feet come to the top of the mat, sitting up nice and tall in our sit bones. Hands come out to the front of the room. Take an inhale. Exhale slowly, as slow as you can go. Lower yourself down. Trying to keep your feet on the mat. Yelling maybe in the sticky spot. And then releasing yourself down. Let's take a hug in with our knees. Take those nice gentle rocks side to side. Good, release the head and shoulders down. Let's open up the knees, sink the knees towards your armpits and take some rocks. Did a lot of hip work today. Maybe taking some circles with those knees in towards each other. And then in the other direction. Good, hug the knees in one more time. Maybe making yourself into a smaller ball, grabbing the bottoms of your feet. And then relax your head down, hands come to a cactus or a T, and let's find our waterfall. So keeping that lower back planted on the mat, feet are gonna shoot up. Now whatever you feel today, if you feel like you wanna keep it moving, you can take some circles, massage the lower back, or you can keep a still waterfall, hands can come down your sides, or hands can come under your sit bones for some extra support. Blankets are also a nice option down here. Good, a few more breaths. Maybe see if you can touch your toes. And then take a last breath in. Exhale, slowly lower the legs all the way to the top of the mat. Good, once you get there, point the toes, zip the legs together. Let's come up into our fish pose. So hands come behind you, resting on your elbows. Pop open the chest first up towards the sky, and then drop the gaze back. Gaze returns first. Lower yourself back down. Let's hug those knees back into our chest, taking a few last rocks here side to side. Good. Bringing the knees in towards your chest without you hugging them, using your core. Arms come to a cactus or a T. Maybe shut down your eyes here. And let's let our knees fall towards the left. Taking that reclined twist, keeping your right shoulder planted on the mat. Maybe gazing over your right shoulder. Or shutting down your eyes. If it feels good here to straighten both legs out for an extra stretch through here, you can. Good. If you're straightened out, bring a bend into the knees first. Gaze up to the sky using your core. Raise your knees up. Take a few rocks. Take an inhale. And let's let those knees drop towards the right. Keeping that left shoulder planted on the mat, maybe gazing over your left shoulder. Option 2, stay here and relax. Option 2, straighten out both legs. If your legs are straight, bring a bend into them first. Gaze to the top of the sky. Using your core, raise yourself up. Hug the knees in towards your armpits. Take those same gentle rocks. And maybe find your modified happy baby. So sink the knees in towards your shoulders. Feet come up, hands come to the outer edges of your feet. Knees sinking in towards your armpits. Lower back is melted on the mat. And take some rocks here. Maybe it feels better to straighten one leg at a time. Or both, if that feels good. Whenever I do that, I always see that one leg is longer than the other. See? Authentic. Well, there's probably other people that have longer legs, but being authentic to my imperfect self. Good. Shut down your eyes. Release the hands. Inhale one last time up into your waterfall pose. And then on the exhale, meeting in our final resting pose, relaxing the hands down at your sides, palms down to ground yourself, keeping the calmness and the stillness. Slowly releasing your legs all the way to the top of the mat, feeling them float down without really any work. Good. Once you arrive, find a comfortable position. Shut down the eyes, unclench your jaw, let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Let's take a big inhale together. Exhale it out. Another inhale together. Exhale it out. Taking the next few minutes to yourself. Doing another body scan, maybe this time noticing how much better you feel in certain areas. Or maybe just noticing that your mind wasn't anywhere else for the first time all day than right here with us in this safe space. I encourage you to take as long of a Shavasana as possible. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. You probably fall asleep, but this is your reward for your practice, for your body and both your mind. Once you're ready to come out of your Shavasana, you're just going to start to wake up your body a little bit by wiggling out your toes and your fingers. Maybe dropping your head side to side. Walk the feet in towards the center of the mat, tensing at the knees. Right arm's going to raise up overhead, and we're just going to roll over into our right side, using our right arm as a pillow. Taking a second to pause here in fetal pose. Being proud of yourself that you tried. Being proud of yourself that you knew your limits, you knew when to stop, and you knew when to push yourself. And keeping your eyes shut down, using your left hand to guide you up, trying to keep the peace that we created. Bring yourself to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall on your sit bones. Inhale the shoulders all the way up to the ears. Exhale, release them down, raising the crown of the head even higher. Let's inhale the hands to heart space. On the exhale, drop the head down, rounding in the spine, dropping the chin towards your chest. Thank you for showing me how authentic I can be and how authentic each one of us can be. That's my favorite part about why I love people. Everybody's so different, so genuine. Thank you for sharing your light with me today on this Friday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for filling my day with light and love. Please take your light and share it with the world today, tomorrow, and the next day. Namaste. Great job, everybody. Thanks for practicing with me on my Friday flows. Happy weekend. I'll see you Wednesday, maybe?